What is up, guys? It is Team Ty here, and today welcome back to another video. And this video is going to be another Infinite Warfare Zombies video. Now, smash the like button down below if you do enjoy this video, and subscribe if you are new for more Infinite Warfare Zombies content, or just Infinite Warfare content in general. But anyway, let's get right into today's video. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a little beginner's guide on the new Rave In The Redwoods map, the new Zombies map that has come out. Now, I'm going to try to make this video not that long and easy to follow as possible. That way you can jump right into Rave In The Redwoods and know a pretty decent amount of stuff. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, you're going to notice when you first spawn in, you don't have a weapon to begin with. You're going to spawn in right in front of that fireplace. Now, when you spawn in, there should be a golf club right there on the couch. We're not going to go to that door yet because you do have to turn on the power, which I will be telling you guys right there in a minute. Right there is the lost and found, so whenever you die and you respawn, you get your weapons out of that box. And then right here is quick revive or up in atoms. So if you're playing on solo, you should immediately get this. And then if you go over here, you can pick up the machete. Honestly, in my opinion, even though you can pick up like 4 different melee weapons, I do suggest just sticking to your fist, because whenever you kill zombies with the melee weapons, you only get 60 points, while if you melee them, you get like 120 points, I believe. So yeah, I definitely recommend, if you're trying to get the most points possible in an early round, I definitely recommend you use your fist and not use your melee weapons unless it's necessary. Then you go over here back to the stairs, and then you see another door which you need to turn on the power in order to access. And then you have your spiked bat melee weapon, and then you have an M1 wall buy. I personally like buying the M1 first, and have like a melee weapon as my secondary weapon. If you use your weapons wisely and just rack up your points as smart as you can, if you try to rack up a lot of points, you should be able to unlock the power by at least scene 3. Sorry if the gameplay is running too fast for you guys. I'm just trying to show you where you need to go in order to unlock the power, or turn on the power, I guess I should say. So yeah, you go through a couple doors, and then you go to this underground little area, and then right here is where you can turn on the power, and there's a mystery wheel right there if you want to get some mystery wheel weapons. And then right here is kind of a little nifty thing. Now, I definitely recommend you save one zombie when you're doing these, because since this is a close quarters map, if you're not careful, if you don't save a zombie, you're gonna die when trying to get the power. So yeah, but around here you can press square to play. I think you can only do this once per round, but if you throw the knives at the head, you can rack up a lot of points. Now, at around scene 5 or 6, it really does depend on the game, you will get a Bigfoot round. Now, these guys are much scarier than the clowns in Zombies in Spaceland. If you play Zombies in Spaceland, you guys know what I'm talking about. Now, these guys can pretty much insta-down you, because at scene 5, I'm pretty sure you don't have jug or tough enough yet. So if you make one wrong turn, you can pretty much insta-down. Like I said, on the gameplay on the screen, I pretty much insta-down because I wasn't careful enough. Pretty much what I recommend you do on the earlier rounds, on the earlier Bigfoot rounds, is run, turn around, and shoot, and just repeat the process. Like I said, you don't want a lot of these guys coming after you, so yeah, just keep on running, and then at times just turn around and kill them, because they can also throw skulls, explosive skulls, and it's just, they're nasty. These guys are definitely bad news if you don't have jug or a good weapon at around scene 5. So yeah, just be careful out there, guys. Once you kill the last Bigfoot, you get a max ammo. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how these Bigfoot rounds go. You kill the Bigfoot, you get a max ammo, every few rounds. So yeah. Now, if you go over here, there's a little bonfire. Now, in the game, these enemies drop these little brown pouches. You guys should be getting these like very, very frequently. And what you do with these pouches is throw them in one of these bonfires. There's around like 4 in the map. There's probably more that I'm probably missing. But yeah, pretty much Rave Mode is gonna play a key part in the Easter egg and pretty much like for like upgrading the crossbows. And then there's gonna be these fairies around the map where you can press square on them. I made a video talking about Rave Mode if you want to check it out. A link will be in the description below. And now we're gonna be talking about totems. Now over the course of the game, zombies drop these gems and you can put it into one of these totems, and then it takes 3 gems, and you can get like traps like the balloon trap, which will be an essential for the Easter eggs. So yeah, and also around the map there are these things like zip lines, like the zip lines in Setsubu no Shima. However, there are more than one zip line this time. Now you press X to attach these, and you can pretty much just like travel to an area of the map. There's one that leads to the pier. There's one that leads to the rave area of the map. So if you don't feel like walking to a certain area of the map, you can always just ride the zip line. Also, almost forgot to mention there's these challenge stations, which is just like the Neo challenges in Zombies in Spaceland. Like I said, I don't know every single location of the challenge stations. I know there's one at the cabins. So yeah, I know you get a trophy for completing all the challenge stations, and there was also one right there near Bear Lake. Each time you complete a challenge, it'll go right into your photo collection or your little badge collection. So yeah, complete them all and you do get a trophy for that. So just wanted to point those out because it is a little neat feature in the map. So now we got pretty much the basic stuff down. Now, now you want to know where the perks are located, where each and every perk is and how to pack a punch. Heck, we already got quickies out of the way. Yep, in the rave area, that's where quickies is located. So yeah, I'm just pretty much gonna give a quick rundown of where each and every perk is located on the map. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of times where I just speed up the video. I just wanted to give you guys a like a in-depth like breakdown. That way you know where to go in order to find this little perk. Now, I don't think I have to mention this, but you do have to turn on the power in order to buy these perks. It's pretty obvious though. You got to turn on the power in order to unlock everything in the map. So yeah, just why I quickly mentioned that. So we're gonna go straight back to the starting area. Now, the first perk that you're gonna be able to get is Up in Atoms. Up in Atoms is right there where you spawn in. In solo, you don't have to turn on the power in order to get Up in Atoms, but in multiplayer, you do have to turn on the power. So yeah, you go up to this area, and then you will be able to find Tough Enough or Juggernaut, whatever you want to call it, and then you go downstairs past the Ghosts and Skulls machine. So you go past that door and then around here, and then you find Blue Bolts or Electric Cherry, and then you go past these couple of doors into the cabin area, and then that's where you'll find Racing Stripes. It's just in that little cabin. And then you go to the underground area, and then you can find Bang Bangs. And then, if you want a little shortcut, you can always go to the underground area, and then you go straight back up to the spawn room in the cabin, and then you go past a couple of doors, and then you get PhD or Bomb Stoppers right there. A quick little note about the lake around the Bomb Stoppers area. It can slow you down, so I just suggest, saving a zombie before you get Bomb Stoppers. Or if you necessarily need Bomb Stoppers, just jump around in the little mud area, and there's going to be Slappy Taffy. And then, like, right over there in the little boating dock area, you have Trailblazers. Also around that area is, like, the only area of the map where you can refill your Fate and Fortune card deck. You walk up to the devil whenever you're low on Fate and Fortune cards, and you pay like $5,000 to get it refilled. So yeah, that's like the only location that I know of on the maps. Only one location, unfortunately. I think Zombies in Spaceland had quite a few locations. So yeah. And the last perk is going to be Meal Munchies, which is located when you turn on the power. A door opens in the spawn room. So yeah, now you know the basics. Now you know where all the perks are located. Now what? Now time to pack a punch. Now I'm going to be giving you guys 3 locations of where you can build a boat in order to get to pack a punch. I'm just going to be just very quickly going over the locations. Like I said, I'm going to be speeding up the gameplay. Like I said, this video is already taking too long. Right there is a trap if you didn't know. I'm very sorry if I forget some stuff. I'm pretty sure you guys have a feel for the map, so I'm probably just gonna transition to each spot, except for just giving you guys going over the whole entire map all over again. There's one in the mess hall, there's one in the rave area, and then there's a location in the juggernaut room, and then in the pier there's gonna be a film reel. You're gonna have to take the boat, assuming you have built it already, and then go to the island, which we would like to call Turtle Island. There's the second reel, put it in the projector, you press square, and that's pretty much how to pack a punch. And that's pretty much gonna be the starter guide. I hope this was pretty easy to follow. If you guys have any questions, leave it down your comments in the comment section down below. But yeah, I'm Team Die here. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Smash the like button down below if you did enjoy this video, and subscribe if you are new for more Infinite Warfare content or just Infinite Warfare Zombies content. And yeah, hope you guys had a great day. Just keep those positive vibes flowing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.